Crews across the Panhandle are continuing efforts this week to dig out from last week's blizzard that left upwards of 1.5 feet of snow and massive snowdrifts throughout the region. KNEB.TV News starts right now.
From your trusted source for news in western Nebraska and eastern Wyoming, this is KNEB.TV News. Presented by Platte Valley Companies, premier provider of financial services.
Hello, I'm Ryan Murphy. This is KNEB.TV News, powered by Platte Valley Companies. Thanks for joining me. In our top story, heavy snowdrifts in some parts of Scottsbluff County and underlying slick conditions continued to hamper efforts to clear gravel roads over the weekend. Scottsbluff County Road Superintendent Linda Grummert says there was a goal of clearing at least one lane to every household throughout the county this weekend, but the size of the drifts and the mud underneath caused the department to fall short, with motor graders unable to open some roads. Grummert says while substantial progress is made during the mornings when the mud is frozen, progress slows during the afternoon as roadways thaw. The roads department on Sunday was concentrating on the worst areas as first priority for dozers to attempt to open, with more work anticipated throughout the week. Well, flooding caused by heavy rains and snowmelt is blamed for 3 deaths in the Midwest, and 2 others are missing. Rural Radio Network's Bryce Duskett has the story.
States of emergency. Hundreds of people were evacuated from their homes in Nebraska and Iowa as levees succumbed to the rush of water. Flooding has been reported now in Illinois, Minnesota, South Dakota, and Wisconsin. In Nebraska, it was a combination of rain, snowmelt, and the frozen ground that led to the widespread flooding. On the Niobrara River, the Spencer Dam collapsed and the flooding destroyed bridges downstream. Entire communities like Valley, Nebraska were flooded with no access in or out. Livestock producers took to airboats to locate and feed their animals. Tragically, the flood has proven to be fatal. 50-year-old James Wilkie of Columbus died when a bridge collapsed. At least 2 other deaths were blamed on the flooding, and 2 other men have been missing for days now.
Pitch black, didn't see the water line. The water came up fast, got caught up in the water, and got swept away.
The flooding is being labeled as historic. 17 locations in Nebraska recorded record flooding. The American Red Cross is operating 22 shelters. The National Guard has rescued 111 people, with the State Patrol rescuing another 163. 53 counties, 54 cities, and 2 tribes have issued emergency declarations. As the water begins to rescind, the damage is seen widespread.
I think there's going to be a lot of damage to our road system, and a lot of the infrastructure is going to need to be fixed after we start counting the damage from this flood. That's why I think we can say this has probably been the most severe widespread flooding we've had, as far as the parts of the state's been impacted, we've had in the last half century.
The road to recovery will be long, but residents are working together as one. Reporting in Lincoln, Bryce Duskett, Rural Radio Network.
And if you'd like to help with flooding relief efforts, we've set up a page on our website. Just go to www.kneb.com/help to get involved. Well, coming up after the break, Bill Boyer will be in with your full week weather forecast. Stick around. KNEB.TV News will be back right after this.
At Platte Valley Bank, we understand that you have a busy life, and that means you don't always have time to come to the bank. That's why we offer user-friendly online and mobile banking with features such as iPay, recurring transfers, and mobile deposit. So you can bank how you want, when you want to. Whether you prefer to bank in person, over the phone, or online, Platte Valley Bank makes it easy to take care of your finances.
The crispy and Cajun fish sandwiches are so simple that everything from the wild-caught Alaskan pollock to the crispy lettuce has to be perfect. twice.
Arby's, we have the meats.
For sandwiches.
This is KNEB.TV weather from the Arby's Weather Center. Arby's, we have the meats.
Going to be dealing with some clouds tonight, otherwise not much to worry about. Winds light under 10 miles an hour and temps falling into the 20s. Tranquil weather going to continue for another couple of days before we see a big change as we get towards the end of the week with a storm system moving in, bringing us mostly rain right now. Might see a little wet snow mix in, but it looks like it's going to primarily be rain. 49 yesterday and a low of 19. We got the melting going. Nothing in the rain gauge yesterday. Still almost 3 times where we should be for the month and the year. Temperatures in the 40s right now across the region. 45 Scottsbluff, 37 in Gordon. Mullen checks in at 44 degrees. Winds are out of the southeast, 5 to 10, maybe a little over 10 miles an hour in a couple places, but 5 to 10 should cover it for most everybody, dropping those wind chills into the 30s and a couple of low 40s out there. We do have one flood advisory to talk about. We obviously have flooding off to our east and substantial flooding at that here in eastern Nebraska, but we have a flood advisory. This is for snow melt causing some minor flooding of poor drainage area, low-lying areas, things like that. Box, Butte, Dawes, and over to Sioux counties. It was the northern portions of these counties. It's now been expanded to include all the counties through tomorrow afternoon. Let's take a look at temperatures as we get on the bus. We're going to see mostly to partly cloudy skies in the morning and partly cloudy skies on your way home. Temps in the 20s when you get on the bus and near 40 on the way home. Again, can't rule out a flurry or two tomorrow. Otherwise, not much going on. Clouds will be on the decrease as we go through the overnight hours from where they start out tonight, but we had a lot of clouds around the region today. Temperatures are going to fall into the 20s across our area. Not a bad night overnight. Temperatures again 21 in Wheatland up to 26 in Sydney, 28 over in Ogallala. Tomorrow then we start out the day with the mix of clouds and some sun, and then off and on chances of just a few light flurries. You'll see them hit or miss here on the map. They're going to be very few and far between, almost like a scattered shower, but in the form of some light flurries. That's it for tomorrow. And skies are going to clear out as we get later on into the night tomorrow. Maybe a little low-lying fog, otherwise not dealing with much in the way of cloud cover out there. And temperatures into the 40s overnight, or tomorrow for highs. Ogallala 44, only 39 in Sydney, 36 in Cheyenne, 40 up in Wheatland. Let's take a look at our forecast then tonight. Going to be dealing with partly cloudy skies, lows down around 25 for tomorrow. Mix of clouds and sun around. Can't rule out a flurry or two, and about 41, so a touch cooler, and those 10 to 20 mile an hour winds going to make it feel even cooler than that. So tomorrow will feel cooler before we start to warm up. The first day of spring, temps rise into the mid 50s. We'll be near 60 on Thursday, and then look what happens Friday. Some late day thunderstorms. It's setting the stage for a showery weekend as we could be dealing with off and on showers Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, but highs remain in the mid-50s. Lows at night right down to near that freezing mark, but maybe warm enough we can keep most, if not all, that precipitation for the weekend in the form of rain.
The crispy and Cajun fish sandwiches are so simple that everything from the wild-caught Alaskan pollock to the crispy lettuce has to be perfect. Twice.
Arby's, we have the meats.
For sandwiches.
Are you ready to join the celebration? Then what are you waiting for? Switch to Viero today and find out exactly why we're better. More towers than the competition. Convenient stores in your neighborhood. Friendly, helpful customer service. And top phones at excellent values, such as the iPhone XR for free. That's right. Get a free iPhone XR when you purchase any other iPhone of equal or greater value. Viero Wireless, your better choice for wireless service.
Prom season is just around the corner, and fellas, it's time to start preparing to look dapper for your big night. Here at Tuxedos and Men's Formal Wear by Angela's, we have everything you need, from a full selection of tuxedos and suits, a wide variety of ties and bow ties, vests, and more. So whether you're looking to rent or buy, we've got all the looks to make you look fly. Make sure you stop by our office, located at Weborg 21 Center in Gering, to take a look at all of our options to help you look great for your prom night. Call us at 635-0001 or find us on Facebook.
Who is Hydrotex? Hydrotex manufactures and distributes high-performance lubricants and fuel improvers. We've been helping customers improve their operations for over 80 years with products made in the USA. We sell directly to customers and cut out the middleman and offer excellent service and value. Our products last longer and work better so that you spend less time maintaining equipment and more time making money. Whether you're in a factory, farm, fleet, or food processing facility, Hydrotex can help you. Visit hydrotexoil.com or call 308-635-8162. Welcome back. Charges have been dismissed against the former Goshen County School Superintendent following a December accident investigation. Gene Krotowski was charged with conspiracy to commit interference with a police officer and failure to report a motor vehicle accident. In January, Krotowski submitted her letter of resignation to the district, and just days before her February bench trial was scheduled, Goshen County Deputy Attorney filed a motion to dismiss the case, saying that the dismissal of the charges is appropriate and in the best interest of justice. The two charges were dismissed without prejudice by Circuit Judge Randall Arp. Well, sentencing has been pushed back 1 week for a Scottsbluff man convicted of attempted first-degree child abuse. 48-year-old Harold Red Bear Sr. was arrested back in October after a 6-year-old girl reported the assault during a 2018 capstone interview. In February, he pleaded no contest to amended charges and was set to be sentenced on the 15th of March on the Class 3 felony. However, a continuance was issued, and now Red Bear Sr. could be facing up to 4 years in prison when he is sentenced this coming Friday in Scottsbluff County District Court. And the trailhead of the Saddle Rock Trail at Scottsbluff National Monument has moved as work continues on the renovation of the Visitor Center. The new trailhead will be a mowed path starting at the base of the Summit Road, and hikers and walkers must use this new route in order to allow contractors to properly secure the construction area. Directional signage will be placed near the parking lot, guiding visitors to the new trail entrance. Once the construction area is secure, Wrangell Construction Company will begin demolishing the restroom buildings in order to prepare for the renovations and expansion, which will include the new entrance, indoor restrooms, and multi-purpose room. Well, straight ahead, Chris Cottrell will be back in at the sports desk. Don't touch that dial. KNEB.TV Sports will be back right after this.
The Mixing Bowl in Gering, serving breakfast and lunch every day using Grandma Ruth's recipes for 5 years. Stop for lunch and try a Cali Turkey BLT or one of our gourmet burgers. Have a homemade cabbage burger or butterball soup on Thursdays, or try our weekend brunch and have cinnamon roll pancakes or the roasted duck Benedict. Stop by the Mixing Bowl on your way to work and grab a freshly baked muffin, Grebel, or Dana Kuga out of our bakery case and a specialty coffee made just for you. The Mixing Bowl, 1945 10th Street in Gering, bringing great food and great people together.
More time on the road means more time in the shop. Take your car, truck, or SUV to High Tech Automotive. With 10 bays and commitment to quality service and customer care, we can do it all, from general maintenance to more serious problems. High Tech Automotive, between Frank Parts and Baumgars.
Now, sports from the Western Hearing Clinic Sports Desk. Western Hearing Clinic, the Panhandle's choice for better hearing, helping you hear what matters most.
A run for a national title starts tonight, and looking for some cooperation from Mother Nature. We get busy from the sports desk today with the WNCC women's basketball team about 650 miles away from home. They're down in Lubbock, Texas for the National Junior College Tournament. The Cougars garnered the number 20 overall seed during last week's selection show, and they come in with some outstanding credentials. That last loss came in early January, their first game back from the holiday break. With that type of run that they've been on, the confidence level is high that they can maybe win a game and then make a run this week.
I think we do. We've got a group that has a great combination of skill. We're really, really long, and we shoot the ball so well that we're a dangerous team down there. I'm sure when they start their film study that they'll be thinking the same thing, is that we better be ready to go for this one.
The three-point line is where the Cougars make a living, leading the nation at 38% and 378 makes on the year from behind the arc. As far as Hutchinson Community College goes, they come in at 30-3 on the season. Both these teams lost their opening 2 games the previous 2 tournaments, so something of a hurdle-type game for both these programs tonight. This will be the first ever meeting between the 2 schools. The Cougars' last win at the national tournament came in 2014 against State Fair Community College out of Sedalia, Missouri. It's a 5 o'clock start tonight, with the winner moving on to the Sweet 16 on Wednesday at noon against 4-seed Angelina College. A change in the schedule for Cougar baseball this week. Their games scheduled for home on Wednesday against NJC. Those have been moved to Sterling, and they'll flip-flop some games later in the year from Sterling to Cleveland Field. The WNCC softball team, they have yet to play a home game, and you know what? They're not going to play a home game until early next month at this point. After a 1-7 trip through Texas and Louisiana, they'll play tomorrow at NJC in Sterling. Spring sports for high schools in the area, hoping for that cooperation we mentioned earlier from Mother Nature. It's been a lost couple of weeks for the most part, trying to get outdoors and even trying to find time to practice, much less compete in some scheduled events. Tomorrow, there's girls tennis on tap for both girls teams in town, and those soccer matches for the Scottsbluff girls have been moved to Sterling due to unplayable field conditions at the Landers complex. A lot of NIT hype for the state of Nebraska this college hoops postseason. Nebraska, a 4 seed in the NIT. They'll open with Butler on Wednesday. Creighton plays their first round game tomorrow night. A possible Nebraska-Creighton matchup would be in the Elite 8 in round 3 with a trip to New York City on the line. Also, Mike Dahm and South Dakota State. The Kimball native and his Jackrabbits, they play tomorrow night on ESPN at 7 against Texas. That's the latest today. From right here at the Western Hearing Clinic Sports Desk, I'm Chris Cottrell. Ryan will check the community calendar when we come back right after this on KNEB.TV.
It pays to be the early bird at Renewal by Anderson of Wyoming during our Early Bird Triple Savings Sale. Right now, you'll save 20% on any window and patio door. Plus, don't pay anything until 2020. That's no money down, no payments, and no interest until 2020. Plus, receive a free glass upgrade with the purchase of 3 or more superior quality Renewal by Anderson windows or patio doors. Call 307-472-2199 to book your free in-home estimate today and take advantage of our Early Bird Triple Savings Sale.
When it comes to helping local folks with the loans and financial advice they need, we don't horse around. Our only goal is to help you and your family achieve your financial goals with the right loans and savings products. So if you want to bank with people that care about you and your financial needs, stop by or give us a call. First State Bank. We're big on you. Member FDIC. Online at fsbcentral.com.
Well, let's take a look what's happening on today's community calendar. That's a look at today's community calendar, brought to you by First State Bank, honoring those who give back. Nominate your community champion at fsbcentral.com.
When we combine our energy, we're able to accomplish incredible things and take on the greatest challenges. We're stronger than we could have ever been alone, because our energy works better together. Tri-State and Roosevelt Public Power District. Brighter, stronger, better together.
It is never too early to start planning for retirement, and working with an experienced financial advisor can put you on the right path.
At Platte Valley Investment Center, our team of financial advisors will work with you every step of the way to maximize your retirement income.
Call me, Jody Rosiska, or Rick Morehouse, financial advisors, to set up your free, no-obligation consultation.
Raymond James Financial Services Incorporated, member FINRA SIPC. Life well planned.
And finally tonight, a U.S. astronaut with ties to Gering has landed at the International Space Station 5 months after an aborted mission that required an emergency landing. On Thursday afternoon, NASA's Nick Hague, son of former Gering Superintendent Don Hague, arrived at the International Space Station with astronaut Christina Koch and the Russian Roscosmos Alexei Ovchinin. The trio launched on Thursday from a cosmodrome in Kazakhstan and 6 hours later docked at the ISS. Back in October, Hague and Ovchinin's rocket failed 2 minutes into flight, and they escaped in a rescue system that detached and allowed their capsule to land safely. Well, that does it for us this time. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll see you here next time.